We're really doing it. Why you gotta make fun of me? That's my future right there, walking on the plane. It's not right. Subscribe. What's up, everybody? I'm super excited to have you with me here at Iguanaland in beautiful Punta Gorda, Florida. I have not been here since December. And when I was here, it was windy and cold, and we made a great video, and I was really excited to show you what I had. But you know, it's a lot like Jurassic Park. Ian Malcolm, he says, there will be dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour, will there not?
Yes. I really hate that, man.
And the reason for that is these large, lush habitats for those dinosaurs. It's the same thing here at Iguanaland. And you see, look at all the horticulture, all the plants, all the plant work that's been done here at Iguanaland. It's absolutely gorgeous. And that makes the animals happy. It also gives them a place where they could hide all day, any day, whenever the heck they feel like it, which is what animals need. So yes, I'm back at Iguanaland. Yes, we brought you a great video that I shot here in December, but this is going to be completely different because every time I come here, I see different animals that weren't out the time before, and also new animals that have been added to the collection, because this is the largest collection of turtles that you'll see at any zoo worldwide in terms of different taxa represented. I'm super excited to have you here. Thank you for joining me. I'm bringing you with me, and I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. Oh, wow. When's the last time you saw someone keeping a Matamata outdoors? That's amazing. Right now, I'm standing in front of the habitat of one of the most unique and mesmerizing species in the animal kingdom, not just in the turtle kingdom. I'm talking about the Matamata turtle, which is a South American species. Chelus or Chelus fimbriata. It used to be fimbriatus, but it changed. And there was always one species of Matamata, but now there are actually two species. They were split into two different species. And they're known for a couple things. Most importantly, their appearance. They have this small protruding nose that they can just stick out of the water to breathe air, but also it looks like the end of a leaf, and the rest of its head, actually the animal's head, actually looks like a leaf as well. It's an incredible species. They're also known for their really fast bite. They probably have the fastest bite of all the turtles, but it's not a very strong bite. It's kind of like a vacuum bite where they go out really quickly and kind of suck in a fish. So that works a lot, coincides with their camouflage appearance, and it works really well. It makes sense why they're adapted the way that they are. They're an incredible species and one that I'm very excited to show you. It's also a new species here at Iguanaland, which is why I wanted to stop and talk about them for a moment after I visited here just a few months back. So this is Delaney, Rhinoclemmys diademata. It's a species of Rhinoclemmys, which is a genus of turtles that's from Central and South America. And well, I guess some North America technically, because there are some Mexican species as well. And this is a species that we've never featured before on this channel. It's a beautiful, beautiful species. And this genus really has a wide array of these amazing wood turtles that have differing appearances that are really interesting and exciting to see. So super excited to see this one. And I don't remember seeing him on display before here at Iguanaland, so thought we should just introduce you. Now we're hanging out with twist-necked turtles, Platemys platycephala. And they are a very popular species in the pet trade. Unfortunately, they are still imported. I've seen some adults that stay rather small, and then other ones that get pretty big. They are flat species, but some larger specimens as well. And you have to be careful. Yes, a lot of people want them. I've had many people tell me recently that they want to acquire some twist-necked turtles, but be careful. The vast majority of them are all wild caught. They're very rarely bred in captivity. And if you purchase new ones, just be advised, you're getting wild animals that were just snatched out of the wild and then went through, you know, who knows how many middlemen before they actually make it to be sold here in the US. So be careful. We should celebrate and be excited about this species, But that doesn't mean that we have to be buying up all the wild caught animals either, because when you do that, you're supporting something that maybe we don't want to support. Now we're here with Frosty, the albino comet snapping turtle, and this is an animal that kind of hits close to home because I've got one just like it at home. Actually, what's interesting is that Frosty was given to Iguanaland by my good friend Charlie Moorcroft of the Moorcroft Conservation Foundation. And I have another one that was probably a clutch mate because it came from Charlie at the same time. He had these young animals at the same time. He donated one to Iguanaland. He gave one to me at the same time. And I use that animal all the time for educational purposes with children. They really get a kick out of snapping turtles. Particularly albino snapping turtles. You'd be surprised how often young people recognize immediately that it's an albino animal. Pretty cool to see. I'm here in front of the habitat for Cuora emboinensis, the Asian box turtle. But what's interesting about that species now is that it's really not as all-encompassing as it once was. It was kind of this basket taxon that included a whole bunch of what are now other species and subspecies. So the animals that I'm looking at right now, I wouldn't be able to 100% identify them, but I know that they're not amboinensis anymore. I think these are probably Cuora Coro, something like that. But they are from the genus Cuora, which are Asian box turtles, which include other species like flowerback box turtle species, Pan's box turtle, the golden coin turtle, things like that. Of all of those really rare species, amboinensis was always the most common with the largest range. But a 2023 paper by Torsten Blank separated a lot of that species into many other taxa. So it's kind of difficult now to figure out what is what, but all I can tell you is I'm sitting here right now enjoying these animals in this incredible, elaborate habitat that Ty and his team have designed, built, and maintained here at Iguanaland. And I've never seen ambos look so happy. Here we're hanging out with the Chinese box turtle, also known as the snake-eating turtle. And they don't just eat snakes. This species eats anything. And if you've ever kept them, you know a pen full of Chinese box turtles and you're wearing open-toed sandals or something like that, you need to watch out because they are ferocious. I've thrown a large frozen thawed rat that's like meant for snake food. Please forgive the image that I just put in your head, into my Chinese box turtle pen and came back later just to find a pelt and a tail. They eat all the bones, all the eyeballs, everything. They are kind of like the turtle world's version of piranha, especially when there's a lot of them together. So people love this species. A lot of people will say that this is their favorite species in terms of their personality, and that is totally fair to say because they are really awesome to deal with and to be around. And it's cool to come down and see them here as well. A very familiar sight that I'm very happy to see all the time in my backyard. The Mexican box turtle is a species that everyone needs to know about right now. Now, first of all, three-toed box turtles, Terrapene, Carolina, triunguis, are now often thought of as being subspecies of the Mexican box turtle, which would mean they'd be Terrapene mexicana triunguis. Interesting fact that a lot of people don't realize, but there are many different schools in terms of box turtle nomenclature and where these different species and subspecies fit together. So outside of all of that, the Mexican box turtle, this would be Terrapene mexicana or Terrapene mexicana, depending on whether or not you think they have a subspecies, different subspecies or not. This species is one that everyone should know about because right now they are being poached and sent to Asia. They're being poached and sent to the US right now. And so many of those animals are not faring well. This is 100% illegal. So unlike the twist-neck turtle, where they are still legally taken from the wild and sent here to the US, this is a species that comes from Mexico and is not collected or imported into the US legally, which means they are poached and smuggled. So know where you're getting your turtles from, and also know that this is happening with box turtles here in the US as well. Florida box turtles, eastern box turtles are being poached and or collected and are being sent illegally to different parts of the world. It's not good, and we need to do everything we can to spread the word and make sure that people are informed and doing everything they can to stop this from happening. I'm hanging out right now with one of the cutest animals you'll ever see in the entire world. This is a snake-necked turtle, and I know it's super cute because I've got a lot of different turtle species at home, and my daughters, who just love cute and fluffy, love the snake-necked turtles. They are super duper cute. And this is a Chelydina Timorensis, which is just amazing. When they're young, they have that beautiful coloration on the plastron. Karen is a new keeper here, and she said that this little one is just about a month old and it's doing great. So it's so exciting to see it. This is what we can do. Timorensis is a very rare turtle, you know, basically pushing extinction in the wild. So anything that we could do to make more of these, in my book, is a plus. Now, obviously, it's always complicated, of course, but this is an animal that doesn't need to be smuggled into the US anymore because there are enough captive bred animals to meet any demand for this species, at least here in the US. So that, again, in my book, is a conservation success story. It's so great to meet you, my friend. Wow. Look at that neck. It'll just get longer. Neck is longer than the OJ trial. Look at you. Now I'm in front of the habitat for the giant Asian pond turtle, Heosemys grandis. And oh, how grand they are. They're huge. It looks almost like a Galapagos tortoise mixed with a pond turtle, and then out came this massive, beefy turtle that looks like it wants to be a pond turtle, but also looks like it belongs on land. They're so cool. Now, last time I was here, I actually got in this habitat and picked up the biggest one just to kind of try to get some footage myself. I didn't have Kevin with me last time, so it was a little bit awkward. But now we're able to actually watch them. It's warmer. I was here in December last time. Now it is hot in the 90s today. And I was actually excited because I thought the turtles may not come out, but we were able to actually see these two large grandis come out and actually eat together. And they're not really very, they don't have good manners necessarily with one another, and they kind of push each other around and stuff like that. But they were pretty much on their best behavior, I think. So it was an honor to see them, and not only to be able to see that they were here, but to actually see them in action and doing their thing. Right now we're behind the scenes at Iguanaland. We're going to be checking out some incubators, some eggs, and also Karen has to collect some baby tortoises first so that they aren't in harm's way with predators, that sort of thing. I'm being very helpful. So while Karen is finding these baby redfoot and leopard tortoise hatchlings that are just coming out for the day, daily, which that's a lot of work, I'm holding the screen here while she does that. So I'm sorry, the gentleman in me, Karen, is dying right now because I want to be helping a little more than I am. But yeah, the leopard tortoise, probably the fourth largest species of tortoise in the world, Stigmochelys pardalis. We were just talking about how the two former subspecies are now synonymized, they're the same. And then there's also some redfoot tortoises out here as well, which are another very popular pet tortoise species, but a great species that's popular for a reason. So we're in one of the many off-exhibit buildings here at Iguanaland that are meant to care for different animals with different varying needs. When you have a large zoo with that many animals with varying needs, you need varying spaces to keep them in. And we were just looking at the Chelodina Timorensis, the Timor Snake-Necked Turtle, that we're so excited to see. And this is actually a clutch mate. Super interesting to see how this animal has a little bit of plastron, it looks like, on the carapace. It'll be interesting to see how this animal grows. It seems very strong, but definitely an interesting, development here during incubation. It also has an odd protuberance, for lack of a better word, on the side of its head there that kind of comes behind the jaw. And it's just a really unique species, a really unique specimen, of a unique species that I'm excited to see. And I hope that he does well, because this is an endangered species. So every single animal is important, but raises a question about breeding and having animals like this in the gene pool as well. So we were just talking about the adult Cuora, Asian box turtles outside, and here is a baby. And it doesn't surprise me that there's a baby because those adults look so happy and healthy. And this is what happens. When you have happy and healthy adults, you get happy, healthy babies. And I don't know, Torsten, if you're watching this, take a look at that plastron. Let me know what you think. As I said, in 2023, these were split into a bunch of species and subspecies. So it's all confused now, at least in my brain. But this is not actually Cuora amboinensis anymore. It's probably Cuora. What a beautiful turtle. What's up, yo? I'm just hanging out here with my homies, Fred, Apple, Michelle, and Violet. I wonder if Michelle is a play on like turtles in the name because it has a shell. I don't really know. But these are leopard tortoises, Stigmochelys pardalis. Kevin was arguing with me a little bit about what is the actual fourth largest tortoise species. He says it's Minoria, one of the Minoria species. I say it's leopard tortoises. Now, some leopard tortoises are very small. I had an adult male leopard tortoise that was about 6 inches who produced offspring with a female that was about 7.5 inches, very, very small leopards. So there are small animals, but if we're calling Galapagos tortoises the largest because that huge Galapagos tortoise was the biggest tortoise in modern day to be measured, then I think we go with the leopard tortoise, which, you know, Ethiopian leopard tortoises and some of the really larger leopard tortoises get huge, like upwards of 30 inches. That's a big, heavy tortoise, Kevin, just saying. So leopard tortoises are a very commonly kept species, and I guarantee you these are not a bunch of leopard tortoises that were all bought for high dollar amounts. I bet you some of these came here as rescues, particularly males. It's very hard to find homes for male leopard tortoises. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of bringing home that cute baby leopard tortoise. This is Dorbigny's slider, Trachemys dorbignii, and it's a really cool species that I actually keep in Connecticut. Now, most slider species are not like red ear sliders. They're not super cold tolerant. They come from tropical places. They grow to really large sizes. Dorbigny's slider is actually the most cold tolerant of all the sliders that doesn't live in North America or in America like the red-eared slider and other subspecies of the pond slider, because they come from an area that's way, way south in far south, South America. Some people may not realize South America's hot, yes, but down at the bottom of South America, it actually does get very cold. So this is a more cold tolerant species that I keep in my greenhouse. What's interesting about these Dorbigny sliders here is that one of them actually came here thanks to no other than Kevin, who's behind the camera right now, a member of our Just Turtles crew. My cameraman and one of my best friends in the world actually helped to get one of these turtles here. So it's really cool to come and see that turtle now today. We just landed just a couple of minutes ago at the airport, and my new friend Jace here from Oklahoma is here, and I saw the US Ark shirt, and I'm like, okay, this is a reptile lover, this is a friend. You recognize something really awesome here as a croc expert that we as turtle experts did not notice, which was really cool. What did you find?
I found that little guy laying a nest.
There is a turtle here digging a nest. That's a spotted turtle, Clemmys guttata. It's the first species of turtle that I ever bred in captivity before they became protected officially in my home state of Connecticut. Now you cannot keep them. I've talked about this many, many times. And honestly, I haven't seen a spotted turtle dig a nest in at least a decade, probably far longer than that, because I'm old and like anything that feels like a decade probably means 20 years. But she's still going at it right now. And we have this awesome footage of her doing her thing because of you. How awesome is that? How long have you actually been here in Southwest Florida?
We got Southwest today.
Today, right.
Yeah.
How many hours?
We stopped at Wild Florida a few hours ago.
Cool. So you've been here for
drove in.
You've been here for a few hours and you're already saving people's videos. How awesome is that?
pretty cool.
That's a lesson to all you couch potatoes out there who are like, I don't know, should I go to TTPG? Should I go to IHS? Should I go to Daytona? Look what happens sometimes. Cool things happen when you get on a plane or you get in the car and you come and try to do reptile related things. Let that be a lesson. Thanks, Jason.
See y'all.
Today was an absolutely incredible visit to Iguanaland. What else is new? I think this is my 4th or 5th time visiting. It's always a pleasure. I always see something new, and it's always worth stopping by. I think that Ty and his team represent the best of us. He's worked so hard and put so much time and blood, sweat, tears, money into building this facility. And it really is a wonderful example of what can be done if somebody dedicates their life to doing what they love and making a difference in the world. So I know Ty all the time talks about wanting to ensure that Iguanaland has a future far beyond his years, far beyond my years. And I think he's doing such a great job to set that foundation with, you know, the building of this amazing place. So it grows and changes for the better every time that I see it. And I think the world is a better place because Ty is in it. He is not a perfect person, just like I'm not a perfect person, just like you are not a perfect person. But again, the world is a better place because he's in it, and a better place, most importantly, for the animals that he loves. So do yourself a favor, do the world a favor, and be like Ty. And if you love something, do everything you can to try to build something meaningful that can last for years to come and can make the world a better place for the animals that we love. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and tell your friends and tell everybody that you meet. Just Turtles is the place to be.
Hit subscribe, join the crew. Just Turtles. There's always something new.